Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the input function, which is very essential, very important. Whenever in Python you want to take the input from a user, you need to use the input function, and it's a game changer when we talk about taking input. Okay, so on that note, it's very important for you to keep your focus for this video end to end, because this is going to be very crisp and subtle video with some practical example. On that note, let me move forward and talk about the input. So guys, let's talk about the input function. So what is input function? Basically in Python, whenever you want to take the input from a user, what does that mean? Who is a user? You and me. Or as a programmer, your input function can be useful for taking the input from your client when you work in a service based company. Okay, so anybody can be the user depending on the need of the hour. So the input function allow users input, and who is user? It can be me or you or client in your service based company, or it can be your manager or your TL, who's your team lead. Okay, so now let's talk about the basic method. So first we'll cover all the four important concepts here related to the input function. Then I will execute them one by one. So let's talk about the first one. So in this example, this is a basic input I'm talking. No fancy, no logic, nothing here. It's fully dedicated to the pure input. Okay, pure input as in taking simple input. In this, prompting the user to enter their name. That's my end goal. So what I'm doing, I'm just defining an object with name here. The name will be assigned to the value what the user is giving. Okay, one more important thing, in input function, whatever you pass, that is considered as a string. So that will be considered as a string. So let's say I use this name as object, and then I give syntax wise input. Now inside the input, I am showing this message. So when you will run this, so it will show this message, and it will ask for your entry on this, and then you will enter your name. Let's say I will enter my name Rajat. Okay, now this will go to line number 6, and it will print this hello, which is under quotes, and comma also will come there, and it will resolve the name as the input given by the user, and then exclamation will be there. So this plus symbol, what it does, it basically unites all the three different objects together. What are the three objects? Hello, my name, and this exclamation mark. So this is a very simple operation. Now let's talk about example number 2. So this is where input with type conversion. Obviously, let's say I want to take the input in the form of integer value. Age is an integer, obviously. Now what I'll do, I'll convert that string into integer using this int keyword. What I'm doing, in additional to line number 5, if you see line number 10, int is something I'm adding. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a variable age, and int input enter your age. So basically age will be converted to an integer value. What is integer? A full number. Let's say 5. This is an integer value, or 10 or 15, and so whatever you are putting there. Okay, now in the next line, what I am doing, I am calculating the age difference out of 100. So years of 100, how much your age is left, for example, that is something you're calculating. So it will do the calculation, and if you don't give an integer value, so obviously it will try to deduct from a string, which will hit an error. Okay, now I'll go to the line number 12, print a statement. You will turn 100 in this much period of time. Again, I will convert this to a string. Okay, I'm converting it to a string. That's your call. If you don't want to convert, that's also fine, and then year will be printed. So this is example number 2. Now let's talk about example number 3. Third way to take the input from the user. Input for multiple value. In this we took value name, in this we took value age. Here I'm taking multiple input. So let's say this is the basic object numbers, then input, enter the 3 number separated by space dot split. So split function, why I'm using split function? Because split function will give you that functionality of giving that separation of number. Okay, how this will execute, how this split function will be actually functioning, I'll tell you once I execute this. Okay, you will understand that very easily. Now the 3 inputs have been coming to me, number 1, number 2, number 3, and I am using a map function. So let me read it out for you. Prompting the user to enter the 3 numbers separated by spaces. This split function will help me there. Now map function, it will convert input to integer. How I'm doing that? Using the map function. So how map actually works, I need to put some value on that. Before executing this, let me add that for you. So guys, let's quickly talk about these two. Let me clear the screen because it will be too messy for you now. Okay, so as you can see, the split I'm using, what split will do, it will basically, I would say it will slice, okay, and we have a string, let's say. So let me make it very clear. So I have a string. So I want to divide this string into 3 parts. Let's say STRING. So this is one substring, this is one substring, this is one substring. So we have how many substring? 1, 2 and 3. So that is what this split will do. So whatever the numbers you would be entering here, that is in the form of a full string. So this split will actually bifurcate those number in a 3 different values, 1, 2 and 3, and then in the line number 17, what I'm doing, so this number 1, 2 and 3, I'm using map. So what is map? Map is basically helpful to apply a function to the whole list. This function integer, I am applying to all the numbers. Where is this number coming from? Line number 16. So this integer function will be applied to all the substring which are part of this number. Okay, this is bit tricky but very important for all of you. Try to understand. If you still don't get it, please write in the comment. I will understand, make you understand in a different way. I'll give you some other example also. Okay, so now line number 16, and again I'll say I'm taking multiple input using the input keyword, and then split is helping me to split those into multiple substring. Now I have 3 numbers as a substring and they are in the data type is string. Now using the map function, I am applying the integer data type to all the numbers. Now line number 18, I am just printing them. Number 1 plus 2 plus 3, displaying the sum of those 3 numbers which you are entering as a user. Okay. Now let's move forward to the 4th operation which we perform using the input. This is bit more complex compared to the other 3. Now just stay focused here. Input with conditional logic, you need to apply some condition. Okay, so let's say I have a value that secret number is equal to 7. Now I call a guess. I created an object and I'm taking the input, guess the secret number 1 out of 10. So this will be the printed message to the user. User will see that I need to enter one number 1 out of 10. That will be taken as an input by input function. Then integer will convert that number. Let's say anybody will give any number, okay, 3, 5, 7 or anything. Now if guess is equal to, so in Python we use double equal to. In usually most of the language you use equal to symbol, that is equal to. Here this is equal to. So just remember, this is very much key concept for Python users. Double equal to simplifies to equal to. Now guess equal to secret number. Congratulations, you guessed the right. Else condition. Okay, this is the syntax. If, and if you see here, this is indentation, this is these 4 spaces. How you do that? After if, you write guess equal to secret number and then colon and then you put enter. So by default you will get these 4 values. This space you will get by default. Again, if you see the alignment of if and else is on align. Okay, now 7, if I guess, this will print. If the number is not 7, this will print your number, whatever you have chosen. On that note, now let me execute each of the operations which we are talking here about input. So for running that, what you need to do, just select those lines. And see guys, I am attaching this workbook in the GitHub and you can find it from the description box. The very first link in my description is always the notes, okay, which are there on the GitHub. So now let's run this, shift, enter. It's waiting, okay. Now I'll give the enter, let's say Rajat. Hello Rajat. So you can see, right, till the time I have not given the enter, okay, it was waiting for that. Let me execute it one more time, shift, enter. Just look at this, guys. So this is waiting for your user input. Now let's say I write my name is Kabir. Hello Kabir. Okay. I hope this is pretty much clear to all of you. Now let's run the example number 2 where I'm calling the age. Shift enter. Now it's waiting for my answer. Let's say I give my age is 99. Now out of 100 it will remove 99 or subtract 99. I'll give enter now. So you will be turn 100 in 1 year because my age is 99. Okay. Now this is the tricky part, guys. Now let me run the third one. Okay. Where we have the split and we have the map function. Shift enter. It's waiting for my input. What I should input? I'll enter 10. It's giving, if you see, it's giving the error. And what is the error? Let me show it to you. Because I gave only one input, right? It's giving you an error, not enough value to unpack. Now let me rerun this. I'll shift enter. I'll run. I'll write 10, 20, 30 and enter. Again, it's showing expected 3 got 1. Why? Because I'm entering continuously. Okay. So how I'll do it now? The input should be with spaces. That is something I want you guys to understand. Now the input I'll give, because there is a delimiter. What is delimiter? The separator between two values. Now I'm giving the space. So 20 and 30. What is the sum of these value? Is 60. Okay. Now let me enter. And you can see the sum of the value, the number is 60. So that's why this example was a bit tricky, because if you can see on the code level, so what I was doing, I'm calling number and I'm making basically number as an object, and inside that I'm taking the input from user, but 3 value I'm taking, and this split is actually helping me to split those value into 3, but that need a delimiter, that is by default space. Now I'm converting using map function, giving integer type to them, and that's why I'm able to sum them up. Okay. It's very nice to see some tricky situations. Okay. Sometimes. Now let me run the fourth example. I'll run this. Shift enter I pressed. I'm giving you, let's say 7. So the message is congratulations, you guessed it right. Now let me run it again. And I'm giving 90. So the error message says, sorry, this is not correct. The secret number was 7. Okay. So if you see, I hope you can see the output. Because of my picture, maybe it's not clearly visible, but let me show that. So see, sorry, that is not correct. The secret number is 7. Okay. Now this is your output. So on that note, I will conclude to this video, guys. I'll wrap up this video and you all can get this from the GitHub repository. So on that note, again, I'll mention one thing. If you like the video, if you find it helpful for you and I am adding some value to your knowledge, so please make sure to hit like and share this video with your friends, and make sure you comment. Your comment actually helped me to grow and understand that how should I deliver it more impactfully. Okay. And make sure if you're first time on the channel, so please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much and all the best. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.